Good morning, everybody. It is Thinking Thursday on the 12th of November today. How are you doing? My name is Karen. I'm here with Get Moving. There's my little badge there. And of course, because I think you already know, but I'll tell it anyway, Get Moving is all about helping people with mobility issues to get some exercise. So if you have mobility issues of some kind, there's a whole range of reasons. It could be because you're disabled, or if maybe you have a chronic medical condition or something, if you're an injury, if you're pre or post surgery, whatever the reason, if you have trouble moving around as well as other people, Get Moving can help you with some solid exercise to get you fitter, to get you stronger, to get you more mobile, to get you moving better and improve the quality of your life. We're here every weekday morning at 11 o'clock. Come find us here, or you can find us via our website. The link is in the description up there somewhere, hopefully. It is reesefitness.co.uk/getmoving. Nice and simple. Go have a look. I spent minutes making that website, so yeah, go have a look. And yeah, it is suitable for pretty much everybody. So whether you're seated, whether you're standing, these exercises are suitable for you. And to be honest, virtually everyone else as well, really. It is really good. It gets the whole body going. And it just, makes the quality of life better and helps us do more things. Well worth it. So, I have been fondling my resistance band because don't forget, the exercise of the week involves using the resistance band. If you're unsure about what the exercise of the week is all about, then of course you can go back and have a look at last Tuesday's session, Technique Tuesday, and that's where I go in depth and tell you how to set up and do the exercise of the week and how you can practice it at home and all that kind of stuff. If you don't have a resistance band, well, why not? Everyone should. But okay, I'll forgive you for this once. Of course, if you want to do some, if you're interested in doing some good solid home exercise, you can find out my recommendations for various home gym equipment. Simple stuff like bands, balls, stuff like that. And that is available on the website, as always, in the description up there, reesefitness.co.uk/getmoving. So, Thinking Thursday. Excuse me. Thinking Thursday is all about getting our brain involved. Just general movement and exercise, getting our body going is fantastic. I am always going to be a massive fan of that. However, that is level one. I am greedy. I want a little bit more from myself and I want more from you as well. And getting our head involved, getting our brain involved, making us think about what we're doing and be an active participant in it helps improve the movement, makes us fitter, stronger, makes it better, makes us more independent. So, Thinking Thursday is all about thinking about the moves we do and working out how we personally can make them a little bit better. We don't have to be perfect, that's not the aim. The aim is to, every single time we do it, get a tiny bit better. Now, every single one of you there, we're all unique. We've all got our own limitations. We've all got our own injuries, aches, pains, all that kind of stuff. So I can't cater everything to you personally. However, you know yourself better than anyone else does. So as we go through these exercises, I want you to think about what you're doing, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, how you personally can make it a little bit better, how you can adapt things to make it fit for you. We have a fantastic problem-solving thing in our head there, our brains. Let's put it to work. So, all the exercises today, we're going to do them twice. First time is a benchmark, if you will. We're going to do them once just to see how things are. You personally are going to find out what your strengths and weaknesses are, what you can and can't do. We'll take 5 seconds to have a think about it, plan ahead, and how can we improve it for the second round. Because as we all know, a wise man once said, second time was always better than the first time. It's a true thing. It is one of those universal truths. It's similar to the theory of relativity, I think. It's a physics thing again. It's science. Second time is always better than the first time. So, Thinking Thursday, getting our brain involved, okay? Right then. So, let's get things going. I have my timer set. Where'd it go? I have my timer set for 20 seconds. So, we're going to do all the exercises once for 20 seconds. Assess how you are. And then do it again, a second bout at 20 seconds, a little bit better. Okay? So, hopefully by now you've got your resistance band. We don't need it just yet, so put it to one side for the moment. We'll have this, we'll use it in about 5 minutes' time. So our first exercise, as always, is marching on the spot. So, like I said, These exercises are suitable for pretty much everybody, whether you're seated or standing, regardless. If you are seated, marching on spot is dead simple. You're going to sit nice and tall and you're going to march on the spot. It's kind of like what the name of the exercise says. We're just going to get the legs up and down, get the hips moving, get the legs moving, just get the blood pumping around. Nice and simple to start off with. 20 seconds of marching. If we're standing, we're going to do the same thing, but obviously while we're standing. Marching on the spot, just get the legs moving. Okay? Nice and simple. So it's going to be 20 seconds worth. Your job is to do the best that you can do, assess yourself, and figure out how you can make it a tiny bit better on the second round. Okay? So 20 seconds worth in 3, 2, 1. Off we go, marching on the spot. So nice and simple, nice and basic, but nice and effective. Easy movements, as always, are small ones, small steps here. But if you can, as you get better, we're going to make them bigger movements, larger steps, higher steps. Make them as big as you personally can do. So that's our 20 seconds there. So in that time, hopefully you figured out what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. Have you got one side which is better or worse than the other? Is your balance a strength or weakness? If you're seated, are you slumping backwards or something? What do you personally find difficult about this maneuver? And now think, what can you personally do to make it a tiny bit better? I am not saying perfect. I am just saying a tiny bit better. Because we're going to round 2. Are you ready? Exactly the same thing again, marching on the spot. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So marching on the spot, but you are going to do it a little bit better than before. Me, I'm just going to get my knees higher all the time. This is what I'm going to do. You might do the same. You might be thinking of something different. It doesn't really matter. Because as I say, we are all unique. We're all independent. We're all different. But that's our time again. That's our 20 seconds. That's the format of the exercise, of the workout. That's what we'll be doing. We'll do them all once. Have a think. And we'll do them all again, but better. So shoulder rolls are next. Whether you're seated, whether you're standing, same thing across the board. We've moved the lower half, now we're moving the upper half. So rolling the shoulders back like so. If you can, we're going to make it a bit bigger. So by getting your elbows up higher. And I can't even talk today. If you can, you're going to reach your arms even higher again. The bigger the move, the better. But again, you assess yourself and then make it better the second time. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. So small moves are easier. Medium moves are harder. And bigger moves are harder again. We are seated or standing nice and tall. We are not slouching like so. That's no good. Chest out, shoulders, arms up and back and down. And that's our first round. What did you find difficult doing that move? Have a think. What were you having trouble with? Again, one side more than the other? Height? Whatever, I don't know. But what are you going to do this time that makes it a bit better? In 3, 2, 1, off we go. Same again. Bigger move as we can. And don't forget arms, shoulders coming back behind us there. That makes us sit or stand tall. Even if we're doing this just the shoulder rolls, they come right back there. Not just there, but move them back. Make the move as big as you can. And that's our time. Dead simple. You get the idea. So next one, back down to the lower half again. Knee bends, okay? If you are seated, again, sitting tall, you're going to kick your foot out and back either side using that knee. Get some good, solid movement out of it. Don't just sit there and go, I can't, no. No. We're going to make this move as big as we can. It might not be all that movement. It might only be that movement. Doesn't matter. Do the best that you personally can do. And if you're standing, kicking them back to the bum, like so. Again, a big knee bend. 20 seconds worth. 3, 2, 1, off you go. Bending and straightening, or straightening and bending, depending whether you're standing or not. Getting your knees moving. Assess yourself. What do you find easy or find hard about this move? Is the size of the move, the speed, your balance? Now's our time. So have a think. Use this wonderful thing we have in our head here, this massive brain of ours. We've got really good brains. Use it. How can you personally make it a smidge better? Same again in 3, 2, 1. Off we go, but better. Me, I'm going to try and hold it up there for half a second. That's going to use more of the muscles in my legs back there. If I was seated, I could keep it out there for half a second. That's going to use muscles in the front of my leg there. That could be one of the things we can do. I don't know. You know your body better than me. And that's time. Okay, now is the exercise of the week. So now is the time to get your resistance bands. Okay? Everyone do it seated. Like I said, if you're unsure about how to do this, go have a look at last Tuesday's session, Technique Tuesday. I go in more depth how to do it, but we're doing it seated. We get the band. We loop it around just below our knees there, an inch below my kneecap there. So nice stretchy band just below my knees, feet nice and wide. We're going to stretch the band out, use these bum muscles, and then controlled return. 20 seconds worth in 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Stretch it. Nice tight band. Controlled return. Again, stretch it. Nice big movement. Controlled return. So doing this, hopefully you're going to feel it in your bum muscles back here. Bum outside the, or outside the thighs here. Just get the nice big movement and relax. And that's our time. So how can you make this easier? Not easier, sorry. How can I make this better? So things we can do would be things like, can the feet go wider, which means the knees go wider? Can we make the band even tighter? Can we loop it around more times? Can we hold it out for longer? A range of things you can do, but you want to feel it much more, as much as you can, back in the bums area there. Round 2, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Me, I'm going to hold it out for a little bit longer. So 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to relax it, and then I'm going to hold it out there a little bit longer. I'm not going to let this tight band wants to pull my knees in, and I am saying no. I'm stretching it out there before relaxing, and I was going to go again, but that was our time. So that is our exercise of the week. Again, if you don't have bands or anything like that, if you want advice on where to get them from, in the website up there, I've got the whole blog post about where you can get these, what kind of bands you can, a whole thing about home gym equipment. Go have a look. Again, I spent minutes writing it. It's well worth it. You can put this to one side for the moment though. Double tap time. So if you're seated, sitting tall, that knee comes up twice. 1, 2, and then it goes down. 1, 2, then it goes down. Most important thing if you're seated, as the knee comes up, don't let the entire body just collapse back. You're not wallowing around. You're going to sit tall, good posture, and then get the leg moving, but your body stays nice and tall, okay? If you're standing, this is a balance exercise. If balance is an issue, stand close to a wall or table or something. But of course, don't forget, if balance is an issue, Wobble Wednesdays, we work a hell of a lot on balance. So go have a look at Wednesday's session. Anyway, I digress. If we're standing, a double tap like so. Knee up twice, okay? 20 seconds worth. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. Double tap, keeping our balance all the time. Easy version is a small move down there. See, a small quick one like so. If we can, we make it a bigger, higher movement. Again, this is going to work your balance, something amazing. Standing or sitting nice and tall, and away we go. There's our time. What did you personally find difficult about that move? A lot of you will say balance. That's okay, that's a thing. But this does work your balance a lot. So if that's the case, practice shifting your body weight side to side. Practice low before moving up high. Work on how to make it a tiny bit better for you, okay? Second time. 3, 2, 1, Off we go. So if balance is a thing, notice how my body weight shifts side to side as I go from one leg to the other. That is how we're going to improve our balance. Again, like I said yesterday, every Wobble Wednesday we work on balance, so go have a look at that if you want. But you are going to make this a tiny bit better than round one. Job done. Nice and simple. Okay, Bendiana's time now. So say hello to Bendiana's. Seated or standing, it's the same thing. One arm definitely reaches down nice and low. We bend sideways. And the same thing other side, we bend sideways. If you can, as one arm goes down, the other arm comes up and over the top. This, again, we're reaching down, we're bending sideways, but we get a good stretch along the side there. And the same thing on the other side. 20 seconds worth. Figure out what you can do well or difficult about it, and we'll improve it the second time round. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Side bends, reaching one way and then the other. Nice big moves, getting the spine moving, reminding it it's not just a stiff, solid thing that can't move. It can move. This is one way that we're going to help it. There's our time. Okay. Again, the same question. What did you find difficult about that? Was one side better or worse than the other? Did one side come up better or easier than the other? What can you do to make these side bends a little bit better this time? Think about it, plan it, put it into practice. 3, 2, 1, off we go. There we go. Bending sideways. Me, I'm going to reach this arm up high and then over. I'm going to reach the arm up high and then over. That's what I'm going to do to make it better for me. It might work for you too. It might not. I don't know. Like I said, we are all unique and we all work within our own limitations. But that's our time there. Squats, sit stands and squats. So leg strength. I bang on about how important leg strength is for our own independence, so we're able to move around and just live our lives to the full. Strong legs are key. If you are seated, now's your chance to practice standing up and sitting down. Deliberate practice. Tuck your feet under. Get your weight forwards. Strong legs, push down into the ground. Stand up nice and erect, fully erect. Don't stop halfway. That's not what we're after. We're after full extension there. And then a controlled, not a crash land, a controlled sit down and repeat. You do that as often as you can and as well as you can in 20 seconds. If you are standing, squats. Simple, difficult, but very effective exercise for the lower half of the body there. Feet flat, knees out. Sit your bum down as low as you personally can go and then come back up again. You can go as low as me. You don't have to go as low as me. You do whatever you can do. 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Sitting or squatting, whichever version you're doing, but we're going down as low as you can go and then as tall as you personally can go. And again, you have a think about it. Assess what you're doing. Assess your strengths and weaknesses and have a think how you can make yourself even better. Okay, there's our time. So your job is, how can you squat down lower? How can you stand up taller? How can you get more work out of the muscles of your legs? Okay, the more work these muscles do, the less pain, less aggro in the joints. Okay, simple as that. Round 2. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Nice and low, knees out. Sitting that bum back and down. How low can you go? How strong can you get your legs in the standing up? How can you make this move a little bit better than it was before? There's our time, that's it. Okay, 2 different exercises now. If you are seated, ankle mobility, getting as much movement out of the ankle joint as you can. We usually think about the big joints, which is fine, fantastic, that's awesome. But we mustn't forget about the smaller ones as well. So if you are seated, bending your ankle and get your heel to touch the floor. Then point your ankle and get your toes to touch the floor. Heel, toes, heel, toes. Halfway through, we'll swap over to the other side. Heel, toes, okay? Nice big movement out of that ankle joint. If you're standing, it is balance time again. Tightrope walking. So don't forget, if your balance is iffy, along a wall, along a table, back of a sofa, something like that, imaginary, what is it? I can't even think of the word. Imaginary tightrope painted on the floor there. In fact, by this point, it's not imaginary at all. I know you have already painted. Wide is easier, feet narrower is harder, but you're going to work on your balance. You're going to try and walk on that tightrope with me. Everybody now, off we go, moving forward. Walking on that tightrope, heel toe if you can, okay? Wobbling is good. So yesterday was Wobble Wednesday. We practiced wobbling. We practiced balance yesterday. Today is thinking about it. How can you get your balance better? How can you get your wobbling better? Moving backwards, same thing again. Toes, heels. Again, keeping a balance, wobbling as much as you want, but staying on that imaginary or actual painted tightrope on the floor. Okay, that's round one. Time to think. What was your difficulty doing that? Did you have difficulty putting your heel toe together like so? Did you have difficulty with just sheer balance? Did you feel yourself falling over one way or the other? I don't know. Don't forget, we're going to use our arms to help balance, okay? So we're going to think about how we can make it better. Second time now, off we go. Heel toe. So if you find, we're going to use our arms to help us. If we find ourselves always falling one way, we can use the other arm to help counterbalance. Stick an arm out to the side. If we fall this way, stick this arm out. And the same in the opposite way. If we find ourselves falling that way all the time, stick this arm out. It's going to help counterbalance us, okay? Last time, going backwards. Toes, heels. So a nice trick is always stick your arms out. Use them. If you have trouble sticking your arms out, use that one arm, one side or the other. You can, it's not as good, but you can counterbalance by just moving this arm side to side. If we find ourselves toppling one way or the other, we can use the other arm to counterbalance. That is our tightrope walking done and dusted. Okay, last couple of exercises. Time for me to get out of breath. Fast feet now. Bear with me. I'm just going to adjust my time. Press the wrong buttons because, you know, I've been using this for years and I've still forgotten how to use it. Adjust my timer. 10 seconds worth only of fast feet now. If you are seated, running on the spot, like so, getting your feet up and down nice and quick. It's a small move this time. I've been talking about big moves before. Now it's a small move, but fast moves. It is prioritizing speed here, okay? If we're standing, running on the spot, small, fast moves. Does not matter if you can go as fast as me or if you go faster or slower. It does not matter. Do the best that you personally can do. 2 rounds again. In 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Running on the spot. Nice and quick. Keep those feet moving like a blur, like lightning. Just up and down. Boom. That is round 1. Okay. How can you make that move quicker? How can you make that move faster? How can you personally make your weak link a little bit better? We don't have to be perfect, just going to be a bit better, okay? Are you ready? Round 2 in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Quick feet again. Nice quick. Up and down. Drumming on the spot, like so, up and down. That's our time there. Now, hopefully that got your breathing up a little bit. It did mine. And our final exercise now, shadow boxing. This is all about getting out of breath. If you are seated, then shadow boxing, fists up, punching, relaxed but quick movement, punchy, punchy, punch, okay? Get yourself out of breath. If you're standing, Same thing, but of course we can move our legs as well. Shuffling forwards, shuffling back, but shadow boxing, okay? As I say, the whole point is to get out of breath. 3 rounds, okay? Round number 1 in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Shadow boxing, punching away nicely. Again, the purpose is to get out of breath. You assess yourself now. How out of breath can you get? How out of breath are you getting? And can you get more out of breath? That's our time. That is round 1 done. 1 down, 2 to go. So we ask ourselves, how can I punch faster? How can I punch harder? How can I get more out of breath? I'm going to just sit it down just to show you it can be. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Punching again. Nice big body movements. Remember, it's not just flapping arms, it is a twist of the body. Punching away and feel your blood pumping. Hear your breathing rising, because getting out of breath is good. That's time. That is round 2 done. We've got 1 left to do, 1 round left. Give it your best shot. You know what works now. Really go for it now. In 3, 2, 1, off you go. Final shadow boxing. Moving your arms, moving your feet. Punching high, punching low, changing directions if you want. But getting the body behind the punches. Twist, 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 twist. And that's our time again. And we're done. So fingers crossed your breathing has gone up. But now we've finished, we let everything come back down to normal, relax a little bit and enjoy. That is Thinking Thursday. That's Get Moving. Simple exercises, effective ones, scalable as well. They are easy to do easy, but also it's easy to make them really hard as well. Whatever level you personally are at, you can do versions of these exercises, and they can get harder as you get better. But the key thing about Thinking Thursday is, yes, we're using our brains. We're not just going through the motion. We're not just clocking in and clocking out. I mean, that's fine sometimes, but we're not just doing that. Thinking, making ourselves a little bit better, forcing ourselves to get as good as we can, finding every little bit through deliberate practice that can make us a little bit better than we were before. So, thank you very much, everybody. Don't forget, it is Fitness Friday tomorrow. We're going to concentrate on getting out of breath for the entire session tomorrow. Focus entirely on heart and lungs tomorrow. We'll do lots of punching, have lots of enjoyment, I hope anyway, you know. And don't forget, link in the description up there for the website, reachfitness.co.uk/getmoving. Everything you need to know about it, everything there. We've got donate buttons up there. We've got a share button down there. If this has helped you, there's a good chance it'll help other people as well. But it won't help them unless they know about it. So please, there's a share button. Fling it out into the world. Let it out into the wild. Free Willy style. Let it roam free like a mongoose and infect the world with good exercise. I'm just going to leave that analogy dangling there because I think it ran its course there anyway. So I will see you tomorrow, Fitness Friday. Thank you very much, boys and girls. Bloody well done. Enjoy yourself, and yeah, let me know how you're getting on. Bye bye.